Hello, it's Ashley here from One Stitch After Another, and welcome to day 13. Can you believe we're on day 13? I've got a ready-made mocha and it's almost cold. So as part of my introduction, you saw some footage of some chopped down trees. I don't know whether I've said this already, but I'm going to say it again because it upset me. And maybe if you are an arborologist or somebody who knows something about trees, you can tell me what you think. But at the side of my house, there is a small wood or copse. And it is brilliant because it separates us. I mean, it's been there way before these houses were built. And these houses are anything between 22 years and 15 years old. So ours is 20 years old. The ones the other side of the wood are probably 15 years old. Anyway, they act as a screen from the other phase of this housing development. And they also provide a wonderful habitat for a multitude of birds. Now, because of these trees, we don't get a lot in our garden, which is just as well because I've got a cat. She's a little bit dim though, so she's, she's not the best at catching things. But last week, one day when I was at work, they were here all day with their chainsaw. A couple of blokes from the council, chopping down this tree, and they have done it so brutally. It really upset me. It looks ugly. And then Monday, they were here again, chopping another tree down, and I went and had words. One of the benefits is that we have had a little bit more bird life in our back garden, but I'm worried. There's a woodpecker lives in that wood, and I'm worried that they've got rid of his house. And then there's kind of what's supposed to be a conservation area about 5 minutes walk from here, and it's just been left to go wild, and there is a huge flock of goldfinches living there. And yeah, you saw a little bit, they were hacking that down today, so I'm not very happy. I know that trees do need management, and I know that trees do die, and when they die they're dangerous and they can fall down and they can cause damage to people's houses or to people. But I just think they're going about it kind of, I don't know, in a brutal way. Yeah, anyway, that is my moan over for today. Let me share with you what I am wearing. I wore this in a video last week, actually. I might have to take it off because I've gone very hot all of a sudden. It's because I'm angry. I'm angry on behalf of the birds. Yes, I do like birds. I've put some I've put some empty coconut shells that are filled with like the suet nut mix on the tree, and some fat balls. My other bird feeders are currently soaking in some detergent. They'll be rinsed really well, but they've got gunky, horrible food that had got wet. Anyway, this is a Rowan pattern. I can't remember the name of it. It's in one of their magazines. It's really, really old. And I knitted the colours that were in the pattern. I didn't block it because I didn't really understand about blocking, but I think I might actually now. It's incredibly long. And the beauty is it's got all of these ends that you don't have to weave in, because you tie a knot and have it as a thread. So it's got one colour of Kid Silk Haze, and I've got this kind of it's like a lilac-y colour, and then the rest of it is, I think it's Summer Tweed, which is like a rough silk, and you knit it on quite chunky needles, and you get this effect of the it looks like scribbles, the way that the stitches of the silk are. Yeah, I've got no idea what this is called, so I don't think I'm going to be able to link it. But if you are a Rowan fan and you've got some of the old magazines, it is in one of those. Oh, I might try and do a search and link it for you. Oh, that's better. Oh, I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. Yes, I do. Anyway, how is everybody? Have I asked you that already? I'm still behind on my Anna and Carlos stocking. Whether progress will be made before the next vlog, who knows? And I'm no further forward at time of filming with Mr Gnightley. He has got a very misshapen bottom, hasn't he? Yes, that is that. Right, what can I tell you now? Should we do pattern of the day before we do the yarn? No, let's do the yarn. Let's change things up, Ashley. Change things up. Need a haircut. But I've just spent a lot of money on Christmas pyjamas for the children. And filled the car up with fuel. 80 quid. And that's with it going down to one. I have to put diesel in my car, and it's 145.9. £1.45 for anybody who's abroad. Right, here we are, day 13. This looks quite dark. Oh, lovely. Now that definitely makes me think of blue tits. I've got the one from yesterday close by, and it's got that blue in it, but it's also got kind of like pink and whatever as well. Oh, I think I've mentioned already, I'm going to be knitting the amber shawl again for my friend and decorator Julie. This one is going to go to her daughter, and I ordered, not Sunday just gone, the Sunday before, I ordered 3 skeins from Sherry Iris, and I thought they'd be here by now, and they're not. And I heard a dreadful story on the radio about the post office. That post office are prioritising parcels and signed for mail. Anything else is just sitting in the sitting in the sorting office languishing. Isn't that dreadful when you've paid for a service? So if you've bought a first class stamp, what's that now? For a large letter, £1.65 or something? And you expect it to get there the next day if you've posted it before 5 o'clock. And it's just sitting there in the sorting office, languishing. It's awful. I have a problem with Royal Mail. I'm very patriotic about them, and I think that we should have a national post office service or postal service. But since they've been privatised, no. Anyway, going off on one. Let's have a look at the lovely yarn again. Is that gorgeous? I like it. December the 13th. Got the story inside. I don't know why I'm whispering. Right. Oh, it's a very short extract today. So it says, in the cottage, Joe was being spun around by Beth. He wore a piece of cloth tied around his eyes and was attempting to steady himself before going in chase of one of the children. Florence and Tommy were flushed with excitement, and their squeak alerted Joe to where they were hiding. Little Alfie looked on with merriment while happily eating a cracker and chopping his chubby little hand onto his leg with joy. Did I say clapping? Clapping his chubby little hand on his leg with joy. Anyway, I've got knitting. Well, I've got a blood test this afternoon, and then I'm going knitting. So I'm going to go off now, get this chooching away, and I'll be back tomorrow. I might take you knitting with me, and you'll see that tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Don't forget to give a big thumbs up, like, share and subscribe. Bye now. Editing me here, I forgot to share the pattern of the day, and it's a free one today as well. So I found these adorable socks. They are called the Christmas Party socks. They are free, and they call for a skein and a contrasting skein. I love the little snowflakes and Christmas trees. I might have a knit of these for myself for next year. As I say, it's free, and it's by Caroline Barnes. I am going now. Take care.